Hey, Victoria. How have you been? It's been a long time since we last spoke. I was just wondering if you were doing fine.
Theodore? Yeah, it really has been a long time. I'm fine. Actually, I'm doing much better without you. So, what do you want? You've got a lot of nerve talking to me after everything you did. It's already been months since you left, and suddenly you want to have a chat? Just to let you know, I'm not interested in catching up or making up with you.
I just want to know how you've been doing recently, that's all. You don't have to be so defensive. You must be feeling lonely living all by yourself in that house without me, right? You can't have completely forgotten about me already.
Lonely? That's a joke. I stopped feeling lonely 3 seconds after you walked out the door. Honestly, I felt more angry and sad. But it's already been months. I'm not sad about you anymore. I'm disappointed and still angry enough to not want to have anything to do with you. But otherwise, I'm doing really well. I'm grateful to our lawyers that our divorce went so smoothly and that it was all over so quickly. Thanks to that, I didn't have to meet you in court like I expected I would.
All right, I'm kind of shocked. It was not as I expected. I thought that you would still feel something for me. I mean, it's only been 6 months, you know? You can't have gotten over me that quickly, can you? I kind of feel like we've really grown apart. I feel like there's a massive distance between us now. We used to be husband and wife, and we were in love. And we lived together and ate dinner together. But look at us now. We're so far apart.
What's your point? Theodore, I told you that I'm not interested in talking to you. That includes getting nostalgic about how things used to be. What do you expect? I don't know where you're living right now, but of course, we're very far apart, physically and emotionally. We are divorced, and we're never going to see each other ever again. We are complete strangers now. You're no different to any stranger I pass on the street. The difference between you and a stranger is that I would rather have a conversation with any random person rather than speak with you.
Victoria, don't be so cold. You don't have to be so harsh towards me. I used to be your husband.
The keywords are used to be. Get it? That was until you won the lottery and suddenly started acting like you were better than me. Yeah, it was a lot of money. But I don't understand how you could have changed so much in just a matter of hours. You threw me away on the day you won the lottery, and you're telling me that I'm being cold? I don't have anything to say, and I have no intention of being kind to an idiot like you.
Trust me, I feel really bad for what I did. I know I've been an idiot. That's why I messaged you today. I did something terrible, but I wish you could just talk to me. I'm really sorry I hurt your feelings. I thought about what I did since then, and I've reflected on my actions. I regret ever doing something so stupid and impulsive. I should have been more rational when we were talking about the winnings, and shouldn't have reacted like that. No, I should have listened to what you said more carefully. You were being so reasonable about what to do with the money. And I wrecked our marriage because I was so selfish. I regret all of that and more.
The fact that you're saying that now means that you're in the situation I predicted you'd end up in all those months ago, right? I hate to rub it in, but I told you so. I can't believe it took you so long to realize how wrong you were. I could see it coming from a mile away. But I guess you just had to experience it firsthand.
I know I was stupid, And I'm sorry. I finally realized that you warned me that this would happen for my sake. I was too blinded by the money to understand that you were only thinking of me. I wish I could go back in time and change everything, but I can't. I was so stupid, and I regret it all.
Yeah, you were so stupid and horrible, too. I get that winning $3 million is a big deal. It's a lot of money. And it's not every day that such a large amount of money comes into your hands. I think anyone would panic and get big ideas about how they want to spend their newfound fortune. I was pretty shocked too, and I won't lie. I thought about all the amazing things we could buy, but the way you reacted was abnormal. Once you knew you had the winning ticket, nothing else mattered to you. You only cared about yourself and the money.
I wasn't thinking straight. It was like I was in a dream state. I couldn't help myself.
You know, I pitched this pretty reasonable plan for the cash windfall we hit, thinking we'd stash away a good chunk for our future and keep a bit for potential kiddos down the road. I wasn't eyeing your wallet. I definitely didn't talk about splurging it all on myself. But then you went off, yelling that it was your dough, and I couldn't touch a dime, insisting that it was for you to blow however you pleased. I never had any plans to grab a slice, but that's what you assumed. And then, like a poof of magic, you vanished, taking the money with you. You didn't even bother answering my texts until those divorce papers showed up. Even then, your only offer was alimony if I signed on the dotted line. 3 years of us went straight down the drain the second that cash rolled in, turning you into someone I didn't even recognize. I spent weeks mulling over what those 3 years meant to you, wondering if they meant anything at all. Eventually, I stopped dwelling on it, realizing I'd already blown 3 years and shouldn't waste any more time trying to figure you out.
I know I was completely at fault, but it was $3 million. Neither of us had even had a tenth of that amount in our banks at one time. You can imagine why I went so crazy, can't you?
Yeah, it's a lot of money, but that doesn't excuse your behavior. You ranted at me that my parents might come and beg you for the money because they're so poor, and that you couldn't trust anyone anymore. You were insulting me and my family with every word you said because you had all this money. You had this ridiculous idea that you were better than all of us. I never knew you could be so hurtful and obnoxious. And I was shocked that you could change so easily because of some money.
I don't know what got into me. I don't really know why I said any of that. I didn't mean it. You know that, don't you? I regret everything I did and said after that. I wish I could take it all back.
Really? It sounded like you meant it at the time. Don't try and run away from what you did. It's way too late for you to start begging me for forgiveness. I couldn't care any less about how guilty you feel. Your feeling bad isn't going to change anything. Anyway, what do you want? Let's get this over with.
What are you talking about?
There's a reason why you messaged me today, right? You didn't just message to apologize.
No, really, I was genuinely concerned about you. I wanted to prove that I'd changed and felt remorse for my past actions. Plus, I admit I was a bit curious about what you did with the money I handed over during our divorce. Just wanted to know how you spent it, you know?
Money? That's what piqued your interest? You're referring to the lump sum you coughed up instead of opting for regular alimony payments, right? Because you were keen on avoiding lifelong alimony, as I recall.
Yeah, I handed you $200,000, didn't I?
Sure did. What's it to you?
What'd you do with it?
It's my money, Theodore. What I did with it is my business. You didn't slap any conditions on it when the court settled the amount.
Well, it was my money originally. I figure I have a right to know what happened to it, and maybe have a say in it, regardless of what the court decides. And if you've got any left, I was kinda hoping you could kick it back. You always were the smart one with money. Thought maybe you'd still be swimming in it.
Hold on. You can't seriously be asking for it back. No way. I'm not parting with it. Yeah, it was yours when you had it. But once you handed it over as compensation, it became mine. Ever heard of the word compensate? I was entitled to alimony after you dropped the divorce bomb, but you weren't keen on that. And I didn't fancy a never-ending court drama. So, I took that lump sum, and I don't owe you a penny back.
Sure, it was compensation, but I could afford to be generous at the time because I had a boatload of cash. But things are tight now, and I need some financial help. It'd be a lifesaver if you could toss it back my way. Technically, it's my money, so I shouldn't even have to ask.
Trouble? I moved on and got hitched after our divorce. Oh, the rumors were true? Congrats. So, how's married life treating you?
She hightailed it with all my money. I should have never married her.
What? All of it?
Can you believe it? $3 million. And I thought I'd hit the jackpot, set for life, you know? I imagined living the high life, Hollywood style. So, I said goodbye to the 9 to 5, had this swanky house built for me and the new missus, loaded it up with all kinds of designer swag, and even threw in a pool for good measure. We were all geared up for the ultimate dream of life together. Then, out of nowhere, she drops the bomb. Divorce. When the dust settles, I wake up to find all my hard-earned cash gone, transferred to her account. Divorced, and my bank balance is looking like a ghost town. She disappeared, claiming I'd been cheating on her, a total lie. During the divorce, I get hit with $1 million in false affair compensation, and she swoops in to clean off the rest of my account without me even catching wind of it. I've got no clue where she is now, but last I heard, she's kicking back in a penthouse abroad. Talk about a roller coaster ride from heaven to hell.
You said you never cheated on her, but she managed to win the court case. That must have meant that she had enough evidence to argue for compensation. You can try and act the victim all you like, but in the end, it was your own fault. Your own irresponsible actions brought all this upon you.
Yeah, fine. She got pictures of me with another woman. But how is it fair that she gets $1 million in the divorce? It's my money.
So you did cheat on her after all. You're a pathetic excuse for a husband.
Yeah, all right. Say all you like. Anyway, that's not my point. I've explained why I need the money. Can you give me back the money I gave you? I need it right now. My ex-wife got the house in the divorce too, so I don't have anywhere to live. She's not even using it. She's abroad. The woman bought it out for sale, and I was kicked out of my own house so that she could sell it and take more money from me. Victoria, you still living in the same place we lived in when we were married, right? Can we live together again?
Excuse me? Are you asking if you can move in with me?
Let's just forget about everything that happened in the past and live together. I want us to start over. I'll be a better husband this time. Even if we don't have the $3 million, I know that we can be happy together. I still love you. We can work through this together. I swear I'll make you happy this time.
No way. You must be out of your mind. It's disgusting how you think you can slither your way back into my life again. We are over, and we are never getting back together. Ever. The divorce was finalized, and I'm free of you. I don't have anything else to say to you. Plus, I've already moved out of that house and sold it. I'm living somewhere else.
Why do you move down? Where are you living now? Are you still close by?
I'm not giving you the details of where, but I'll tell you a bit about it. Thanks to the compensation I got from you, I was able to buy some pretty reasonable shares. I had to be patient, but it went really well. I managed to earn a profit from it.
You bought shares? I never knew that you knew how to do that kind of stuff. Why didn't you tell me when I had the $3 million? We could have made an even bigger fortune.
Come on, Theodore. Don't be naive. It was just a stroke of beginner's luck. And no, I didn't dump the entire $200,000 you handed me into buying shares. I put in a reasonable amount, caught a lucky break, and when the profits rolled in, I played it smart by squirreling away every dime in a savings account. Now, I'm working a 9-to-5 gig, using the money I've saved to indulge a bit. I opt for organic stuff, treat myself to things I love, and still have a nice safety net for any rainy days. Sure, it might not boast designer furniture like your place, but it's home. I quickly learned that impulse buying with a mountain of money is a recipe for disaster. So, I'm being selective about what I spend on. Only the necessities and things I truly want. Work's going great too, so everything's sailing smoothly. I wasn't kidding when I said I'm better off without you. Truth be told, I'm thankful you hit the lottery jackpot and had the decency to drop the divorce bomb when you did. If not, I'd still be stuck with you.
Wait, you're rocking a penthouse too? No way! I never thought you'd hit the success jackpot so quickly. It's only been 6 months since we split. But damn, that's the cash you're standing on. And my other exes, they're probably living large, all thanks to me.
It's money we were rightfully owed. I can't say much about the cash she swiped from your account, except maybe it's just karma doing its thing. So, how much do you have saved up now?
About $200.
Seriously? You're turning 36 this year, right? No place to crash, no job, and just $200 saved? I feel sorry for you, but I know it's all your own doing. What's your game plan from here?
Got kicked out of my own place last week. Job hunting's been a bust so far. I figured I could sell the house. But my other ex snagged it in the divorce. So I'm left with zilch to sell. Failed the job interview already, and I'm at a loss. So I decided to hit you up, hoping you could lend a hand.
Are you insane? What about your parents? Why don't you ask them to let you stay with them while you find a place of your own and a job?
Some idiots in my parents' neighborhood found out that I won $3 million and started harassing them. Most of it was really childish, throwing toilet paper around. But they were getting death threats in the mail and stuff too. Some magazines are asking for interviews nonstop. My parents ended up moving away, and they cut ties with me. I need your help, Victoria. I don't have anyone else.
You're the idiot, Theodore. That's the reason why I warned you about bragging about your win to everyone. Just because you won 3 million doesn't make you better than everyone else. I told you that you shouldn't get carried away, didn't I? But you didn't listen. And you lost a lot of friends and made a lot of enemies in the process.
I know I regret a lot of what I did. I regret not listening to you the most. Because none of this would have happened if I just did as you said. That's why I want to get back together again. I need you to keep me in check.
Sorry, Theodore, but I'm not interested in being your babysitter. We're never getting back together. There's not even a 1% chance of it happening.
Why not? I'm not asking you to be my babysitter. I want us to be husband and wife again. We didn't get divorced because we stopped loving each other. You still love me, don't you? We can get back together again.
You must be joking. You're the only one that thinks that we still have a chance. I don't know whether you actually still have any feelings for me, or if you're just saying all this because you want money. But either way, it doesn't change how I feel about you. The second you said you wanted a divorce, I hated you from the bottom of my heart. You chose your money over me. You made that really clear during the divorce. Now, I'm indifferent. I couldn't care less about what happens to you.
Don't say that. That hurts more than being told you hate me. Please, I'm begging you for help. Could you at least have some pity for me? I need your help. We used to be married, remember? We spent 3 years living in the same house. We can forget about everything and start a new life together.
No thanks. You're the one who asked for a divorce, despite the 3 years we spent together. So don't bring it up as a reason to get back together.
Then could you at least send me some money? That's all I asked for. You said you've got money saved up. You can spare some, can't you? You made that money because of the money I gave you. You owe me. Come on, I don't even have a place to live. I'm begging you, Victoria. Help me out. I don't have anyone else to turn to.
I don't have any obligation to help you. You won $3 million, and you told me that you didn't trust me with your money, saying that I might waste it all on shopping sprees. Only God knows where you got the idea I would do that. You said you wanted to spend it how you liked, and demanded I sign the divorce papers. And you left, taking all your money with you. Well, I'm telling you now that I'm free to spend the money I have however I like, including the money I got as compensation. I don't have a single cent to give you.
Then what am I supposed to do? The reason why you have so much money right now is because of the money I gave you. Don't you feel any gratitude towards me? You could at least give something back as thanks. It's not fair that you're living in a penthouse apartment and have money saved and still have a job. I don't have anything. How can I accept that?
Why should I care whether you accept it or not? You were living in a house filled with designer items and lived the celebrity life for a few months, didn't you? I hear that your new wife was quite beautiful too. You didn't have to work and spent your days relaxing, sleeping, and eating, I guess. Do you remember what you told me when you left me? You said that you were rich and that you deserved better than a boring old woman like me, even though we're the same age. Even though you would be just as boring without money. You said that you were going to find someone younger and prettier, Someone who would suit your newfound fortune. Do you think I would forget that you said that?
I don't remember saying anything like that at all. But hey, I'm sorry. I really am. I wasn't myself then. I didn't think that at all. I've never thought anything like that. I didn't think I was being serious. Did you? Ever since we got divorced, I've been thinking about you. I just want to get back together. I realized after spending a few months living with my other wife that the only one for me was you. I need you, Victoria.
Really? You need me? Thanks. I'm so flattered.
Is that all you have to say? I'm begging you here. Just listen to what I have to say, please. Can't you be a little interested just for a minute? I just need $1,000. That's all. I won't ask for any more than that. I'll pay you back. Victoria, are you listening to me? If I have $1,000, I can buy lottery tickets again. I win a fortune, and I'll be able to give you all the money you want.
You've got to be kidding. I guess it's true that money drives people crazy. You hear a lot in the news about how people spent their winnings on something ridiculous. But I think you've outdone all of them. I've never heard of anyone who had to beg their ex for money to bet their chances on a second win. If you think that's the way out of your problems, then there's no helping you.
What do you mean there's no helping me? You can help me. I just need money. We can fix everything if we get back together and help each other through this. I want to start over with you. I love you. Don't you love me back? Don't you feel sorry for me?
You don't love me. You just love that I have something you don't. My money. And I don't need anything to be fixed. My life is great as it is now. It's not perfect yet, but you're not the one that will make it perfect. You need to learn how to fix your behavior and fix your problems yourself. Don't bother me anymore.
I do love you. I only have you. Give me back my money.
It's not yours. I made this money because of the decisions I made. You lost yours because of the decisions you didn't think through. Don't ever message or call me ever again, you asshole. Let me give you the same parting gift you gave me. I deserve better than a boring old man like you. I'm going to find someone who loves me and live happily ever after without you. I'll be blocking your number, so don't try and contact me. Goodbye.
No, wait. I'm sorry. Please help me, Victoria. Don't leave me.
After that, Victoria blocked Theodore's number and blocked him in all of the social networking that they were connected on. Victoria was able to forget about Theodore pretty easily and was enjoying her peaceful life without him. She was living her ideal life, focusing on her career and coming home to the apartment she had taken care of to furnish with things she loved. Theodore, however, had used up what remained of his savings and still couldn't pass an interview because of his obvious lack of work ethic. He didn't change his attitude and blamed the interviewers for not passing him. As a result, he started borrowing money from loan sharks. And with that money, he began gambling at his nearest casino. Of course, it wasn't that easy to make a fortune, and the gambling only made his debt bigger and bigger. He was digging his own grave, but he still didn't change his attitude. After realizing how big his debt had gotten, he became desperate. But instead of trying for another job interview, he tried to steal money from a convenience store and was caught by the police. Victoria found out about Theodore's arrest on the morning news, but was too indifferent to care. She only remarked that money really does drive people crazy, and went on about her day, as she usually would. Theodore was just another stranger to her now.